Thank you. I come here because there are a lot of interesting stories, and I learn a lot and a lot of very interesting people. My wife comes here because she hears stories from me that in 40 years she's never heard before. And part of that comes with age, and you get to the point where you don't worry about your reputation, and so the stories flow a little bit easier. This isn't going to be a story about good vibrations. It's going to be a story about bad vibrations, just the opposite. And I'm watching the color drain from Jim's face there, right? Going a little off key, off target. If you go back, when I was in college, I was a biker, a motorcyclist, biker. Now, I know right away some of you are thinking, Jim's got this rule, the story's got to be true as you know it, right? But envision this 45 years earlier, 120 pounds lighter, long hair, scraggly beard. I wasn't a hardcore biker, I was more of a softcore biker with the motto of born to be mild. But regardless of that, I was a biker. And when you're a biker, you are in tune with your motorcycle. That is like a cowboy with his horse. You know that bike. You know its sound, its feel. On the motorcycle, there are only two instruments, a tachometer and a speedometer, or three, and the seat of your pants. That's how you run it, and it becomes part of you, melded into part of you. You don't think of it. That beast is part of me just as my hand is. Now, it is such a part of me that I'll relay a tale, kind of related to this, of going along on the highway, been going hundreds of miles because I like to ride long distances. Hundreds, thousands of miles. And this was a stage, by the way, when I was a biker, my day job was a student because being a biker doesn't pay. Being a student doesn't pay either. But that's what I really did in the sideline as a biker. You're going along and you hear just the slightest change of pitch in the exhaust. And you're not even sure you hear it. But you're so in tune with it that you pull over and you find that there's air bubbles, little bubbles in your oil line. That's how close you are to this. So this tale revolves around with bad vibrations. I am riding and I am in Iowa. And I am dead tired. I've been riding all day, and being a student and having no money, you look for the cheapest places. Literally, you could lay up and sleep. And this happened to be a park. It wasn't a state park or maybe a county park. There was nobody there to collect toll. I rolled into it at night after dark. There's nobody there. It is totally, totally deserted. And I go into the road, into the park a good ways, find an area a little off to the side, off to the road, lay out and go to sleep. And I don't even pitch a tent. Now I've got in a sleeping bag because the mosquitoes are fierce in this thing. But I am sound asleep in this park. And about 3 in the morning, I suddenly awake like that, wide awake. And I'm thinking, what woke me up? And I look and I'm listening, and there's nothing. It is dead silence. And I continue to look and listen, and nothing. And about 3 to 5 minutes later, I see, looking through the woods and down the road, a pair of headlights appear off in the distance. No sound at all from the vehicle. But I see the headlights, and that's got me alert. No idea what woke me up still, because there is no sound from this. And I'm watching as these headlights begin to come down the dirt road, and I'm just off like a little jug handle off the road. Come down the dirt road, they stop. The vehicle goes down a little bit further, it stops. It turns around and suddenly guns its engines and runs right to where I'm sleeping by the side of the road. I roll off the road, the thing goes zipping by, disappears off in the horizon, and that's the end of it. Never reappears, no clue what it was. Now, I don't believe in ESP, but as far as the vibrations go, there was something that woke me up from a sound sleep at 3 a.m. that made me wide awake and alert, that saved me from getting run over by a lunatic in a pickup truck just for the fun of it. So that's my story about bad vibrations that saved my life. Thank you.